Hey everyone, welcome back to our React tutorial series. Last time we cleaned up our chat component and we used the compound component pattern where we use context API to make it super organized. Today we are going to take it even further and see the next level in the compound component where you can access your child component as a properties. For example, we can access the chat window by saying chat.chat window or by saying chat.chat input. So this way it will make our components more reusable. And let me give you a scenario why we can do this. For example, let's say you have two screens, okay? One screen you want to display the chat window and also the message input as well. But let's say another screen, let's say called overview screen, for example, right? Or history messages. You only want to see that component with chat window only with the list of messages, but you don't want to see the input and the button where you can submit a new message. Usually in traditional way, you'll have, for example, a property here. Let's say call it is overview, for example, right? And then you come inside and you say, okay, if it's overview, don't display this, otherwise display it. But with the compound components, you can even cross this and you don't have to do any prop drilling or any conditional rendering inside your components, which will make it super clean and handy. Now, how we can do this? It is very simple and very easy. First thing, what I will do is that this component will accept now a children element, okay, as a property. So we'll come right here and add a prop called children. And because I'm using TypeScript, I need to define an interface for my props, okay? So I'll call it chat props I. And then I'll come here and I'll refactor this a little bit. I'll use the arrow functions. I'll call const and chat equal and here arrow. And I'll come right here and define the type of my component. So there's a React with type of functional component. And then it will accept props of type chat props I. Now, next thing I will do is that I will add some extra type here, which will make a little bit sense for you in the next few seconds. So I'll come right here, I'll add extra and I'm needing a window of type chat window and also input. So this will be my properties that I will attach to my component later. So I'm calling it window, another one I'm calling it input. And the window will be type of chat window, which is our child component we had before. And this one message input, it is our child components we had before as well. Okay, so after next few lanes, it will make more sense. So I'll add here display children, and I'll come right down here, and I will attach the child component as properties now of chat. Okay, so how we do that is very super easy. So chat then dot, and you can call your property anything you like, okay? Because here we said the window will be type of chat window, so that's the name I'm giving. So I call it window equal to chat window component. And next thing will be our input element. So we call it input, which is of type message input, okay? So chat dot input equal to message input. So again, these components here are the child components we created before, okay? And the names here, it's whatever names you want to have, okay? It just should make some sense. Now we attached our components, our children components, our main components. I can go right here now, and of course now this will not work. We have to fix it. So we can do something like this, chat and not accept children elements. I'll say is chat dot input, for example. Okay, and I want to have chat, oops, chat dot, we call it window for displaying the message. Let's save this and let me run. My command's already running, so let me open a new window and I'll to access my local host. Okay, you can see here it says that you can't do this in the server component. So we have to make our component as client side. So let's go back to our code and I'll just come here, remove this. I don't need it. I will say use client because I'm using Next.js. So by default, there are server side components. Now let's go back to our browser and there we go. You can see our component is working as expected. You can say hello, send, and there we go. So it's still working as expected, but it is much more powerful at the moment. For example, like I told you, another screen you don't want to display the input, you can just don't edit right there. Save, go back to your browser, and there we go. You can just see the message component which displays the list of your messages. I'm pretty sure you'll notice these things when using third-party UI libraries in React, where if, for example, you have a menu component you are using, and you can say menu, then you have menu.title, menu.item, 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 menu.toggle. So you can add elements or the children components as you need, which make it really powerful, and that's what is called the compound component pattern. So that is it. We have just enhanced our React and TypeScript skills, making our components more powerful and flexible. So keep practicing and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next tutorial. Until next time, happy coding!